Lokesh and Sana went to India on 3rd of April 2024 to join Isha Foundation program, especially yoga and meditations. And it was a 2 weeks program. And they returned on 18th of April 2024. I got an opportunity to meet them together with Sana's family on 5th May 2024 and interviewed them about their experiences on Isha Foundation. Recently, you both of you have gone to India, Isha Foundation Sadhguru place and South India. So, tell me about your experience, what you people have gained in Isha Foundation.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'd say I've gained more in tune with nature.
Okay.
Like walking barefoot,
Yeah.
waking up early, doing lots of activities during the day, a lot of meditation, going to sacred places, consecrated places, having a busy schedule, but not busy in the sense of like stressful. Busy in the sense of serving yourself. Busy in the sense of you're doing things for yourself, betterment for yourself. Food as well, managing food, because I eat a lot of meat, but over there you don't eat meat. That was a big difference. And yeah, I think when it comes to self-betterment, when it comes to discipline, timekeeping, time management, when it comes to rest, being more in tune with nature, not being on your phone, not being distracted, not being lazy. I think these are the aspects that I took, which is more grounded to realistically of how you would approach life here. You know, because you're not expected to live in the ashram forever. You have to eventually come back. But the things that you take from there is the aspects which are more grounded. Spiritual practice, you can do that in your own time. You know, like, but obviously when you're walking outside, when you're outside in public, you can't, you know, but at least you can keep the same mind frame of having peacefulness, being in the moment, and also just not being distracted and treating people equally as yourself.
Okay. Same questions to Shana.
Yes, no, for me, very similar to what Lokesh said. But for me, it was more of inner peace, to find myself and how to bring spiritual life into my daily life, into, because I live here, so I know that I have responsibilities. I have to, you know, take care of my job, eventually build a family, get a house. So how to manage all that smoothly, and that is only, as you told us earlier, is to take care of your mental health and how to not suffer. So over there, the meditations, the practices, I found inner peace, not fully, but definitely more than before. So that really helped me. And as Lokesh said, the nature was incredible. Just knowing what you're eating, being conscious of the food, and making conscious choices of what you eat and how you talk to people, how you go about life. Consciousness and awareness is key. Just to do that in every activity, is taking steps closer to being free from suffering. And of course, there's also the Dhyana Linga. And that Dhyana Linga was utter stillness. There's no thoughts, the monkey mind goes away. You're just very focused. And to me, that experience, I want to have it forever. So I want to keep it into my daily life. And I think the Isha Yoga Center has really helped me in that.
And in center, the way they teach or they train you is a scientific or spiritual only.
Mixture.
Yeah.
I say mixture
It's
because
mixture.
the things they do, they don't say it's for scientific reasons you do this, for spiritual reasons you do this. You do it because they explain to you why you're doing it, because it's practical. They approach it in the sense of practicality rather than spiritual, because not everyone that goes there is spiritual. Not everyone that goes there is scientific. Not because they welcome every religion, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you they welcome everyone. So instead of basing it off spirituality or basing it off religious aspects or whatever aspects, they base it off practicality. If it makes sense, the reason why you're doing it practically, then people are more inclined to do it, which I agree with, because it takes away the factor and the borders of religion. So I would say, yeah, everything's done practically and everything makes sense why you're doing it, because when we're doing the programs, we did 2 programs. One is Ayura Sayana. They explain to us why we're eating these food, because they put you on a specific diet. You're not allowed to eat anything else. They'll tell you what to eat. They'll give you the food. If you're still hungry, you can go add, you know, but it's recommended not to. But if you are, you know, because what you're doing throughout the day is very tiring. You're on your feet the whole day. You're never sitting down somewhere. The times you are sitting down, it's on like 10 minutes, you know, but most of the day you're walking around. So everything is done practically. The food you eat is given practically. The practices you do is done practically. You know, the times that you sleep, the times that you wake up, is very strict, because it's also to do with your body clock, you know, and also the rising of the sun, the twilight hours.
In fact, we can say the 50-50 spirituality and scientific way of doing this.
Yes.
So in your daily life, how do you feel that? Is a very useful training you have done, or useful education you have learned from the Isha Foundation?
Yeah, so from the daily life, I think it's harder to maintain, well, it's harder to try and maintain the spirituality in the UK, because you're so out of touch with nature. You have to yourself go to the park, or yourself do some gardening, take care of plants to keep the nature alive. So I think a lot of the percentage has to be focused on nature here, spirituality, and then the other 50 takes care of itself, but keeping in touch with spirituality needs more work here than in Isha Foundation. But I think it's definitely helped. Definitely.
In nutshell, last conclusion,
Yeah.
what you both of you have concluded?
You go first.
Okay. I would say conclusion is hard to make, because it's such a broad topic and it's hard to come up with a conclusion. For me, there is no conclusion. I'm forever learning. So one thing that I can take away is to always be open-minded, to always, as you mentioned before, not have likes, not have dislikes, and just see life as it is and situations as it is, and move forward, you know, not thinking too much about it, and being happy. So yeah, that's
And
my
commitments.
commitments.
Yeah.
Yoga and meditation.
You
First thing in
continue.
the morning. Yeah.
Continue. Yeah.
Continue.
Okay. Finally.
Final conclusion would be, it's a place where you do things which are difficult, you do things which are hard, so that in your normal life it becomes easier. But it's to put you through a hint of suffering, to make sure that you're not complacent. Because one thing you'll find there is like moments there's no hot water. I know a lot of people that would like, you know, if there's no hot water, they just won't take a shower or they won't take a bath. Over there you have no option. There's no hot water, you have to deal with it. You know, and it's just simple things like that which takes a big effect on you, because you become less complacent, and you don't, you know, you're not sitting there, oh my god, because it removes that aspect from your life. So when you come back, if you have to sit at the floor, you sit in the floor. If you don't have this food, you don't have this food. If you don't have hot water, you don't have hot water. It's just terms of acceptance rather than complacent. So that's the big takeaway for me, is less complacent, more of dealing with the situation as they are. You know, not suffering, because you cause yourself suffering if you don't have this, if you don't have X, Y, and Z, and you're expecting X, Y, and Z, you're gonna suffer. But if you get X, Y, and Z, and you're happy with X, Y, and Z, then you won't suffer. And the other aspect would be knowing that how how much you're capable of actually doing. Because you think you hit your limit when you're living here and stuff, but then over there you surpass your limit, whether that's spiritual, whether that's physical or mental. You surpass your limit and you go beyond that, and you don't see people separately. You don't see yourself as this is me, this is them. You see everyone as this is everyone, this is me. I'm seeing myself when I look at someone else. You know, you get the aspect of everyone is connected, regardless of their gender, regardless of their skin color, regardless of their facial feature. They are you, you are them. They have a life just like you do. They have a mother just like you do. They have family problems just like you do. They have relationship problems just like you do. You are all in the same experience. You are all, you know, we all have this vehicle of a body, but when you look at someone else and you realize that we are all experiencing the same thing, which is the human experience, it makes you feel connected. It makes it makes that bridge stronger. It reinforces the bridge. So for me, that was another big takeaway, is how to control your mindset when it comes to people in general and the world, because it's easy to think negative of the world when you're walking outside. It's easy to think this person is bad, this person is bad. If you carry that with you, then your world becomes bad. But if you walk out there, regardless of people, if they're good or bad, you know, but you go there with a neutral mindset that they are them, you know, you are them, they are you, then you go in with a neutral mindset. There's nothing that can affect your world. It doesn't alter your world. It doesn't touch your world. Your world is what you are, what you create, what you tell your mind. So for me, in that aspect, it was very good. Final conclusion would be a yes, I would want to go back.
And your commitment is to continue with this?
Commitment is to continue everything from there. I think it's not just, for me, it's not just the sadhana. I think for me, it's also the mindset, also the experience, also what I took away, because what we did in BSP, which we can't go in detail, what we did in BSP, like, I can always refer back to. You know, I can always refer back to that time where I cried. Why did I cry? You know, what was the thing that made me cry? What made me feel like this is the most precious thing, or whatever? You know, and these kind of things is when I'm out and eating, I can always recall back to that moment, because it's like I've been reborn. After Isha Yoga and the program, I feel like I've been reborn. So I have a new chance. I have a clean slate. I have a new chance. I have a new life. So I can rebuild. But this time rebuilding with my image, what I want to create, not what has been created for me, but what I want to create, and without also interference of negative energy, of what I want to build with a positive energy. The people I choose to be with, the people I choose to bring. I think for me, it's more about the rebirth and the experiences that I've gained there, and the new mindset that I can create, because it opened my eyes.
Kind of transformations.
It opened my eyes to many things, especially food.
Okay.
I didn't expect.
Anything to say, Shana?
I would say whoever is thinking of doing a spiritual retreat or wants to find touch with themselves, I think wherever they want to go, that can be whatever country, can be Thailand, Tibet, India, Bali, anywhere, is definitely recommended. Just for them to find themselves, be in touch, and you know, just look at, you know, the creation and being conscious of that. So yeah, everyone who thinks of doing that, I would recommend them to follow their hearts and not just what society thinks you should do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much for sharing your experience, Isha Foundation experience, that you both of you have taken part in this program. And I hope that both you will continue, and your commitments, your whatever you have learned, you are practicing every day. I hope that's going to help your daily life, your lifestyle can be changed or be transformed, and you realize it, and everything you can do it. And good luck and all the best. Thank you.